I want to talk to you briefly today about doing things you don't want to do. You're probably here on YouTube because you're procrastinating from something, maybe something important, most likely something that's not even that important in the grand scheme of your life. And yet here you are. You're watching videos, you're doing what all of us do, which is avoid doing something in the moment that we should be doing. Often there's this internal feeling, and this feeling is what I want to discuss today. And I want to highlight, I want to give you 2 tricks to help you overcome this feeling. What is that feeling? It's discomfort. There's not actually pain or fear generally associated with doing the things we need to do throughout the day. It's just a sense of discomfort. It's a sense that I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to do it. And that can be something small, simple, like brushing our teeth. It's not as likely with little things. It's often more like something maybe in the lines of homework, doing some work you need to do, having a difficult conversation with someone. And yet, as soon as we get started, that discomfort immediately goes away. Doesn't mean that we necessarily enjoy the task, but the act of starting kills that sense of discomfort. So the 2 tricks I'm going to give you are 1, to talk to your brain. I want you to actually have a conversation. It doesn't need to be a long one. It can be a conversation that says, hey brain, you're not going to win right now. I know I need to do this thing, so I'm going to start doing it. It's that simple. You realize that that feeling to not do the thing is separate from you. You as a person are actually a distinct being, different from these thoughts and feelings that you have in your head. And that's powerful because it means that when you don't feel like something, like maybe I didn't feel like recording a video right now, but I'm here sitting down, I'm doing it, I'm talking. And the reason is that I'm not letting that feeling determine the outcome of my life. I'm not taking action based upon the feelings that I have in any given moment. So I'm acknowledging them. I can have a conversation with it. And that's what I'm challenging you to do, is to have a conversation with these feelings. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself out loud. Record a video of yourself talking to your phone. It's okay. Actually take action just to talk, and then to start doing the thing that you need to do, okay? The second trick is about the actual doing of the thing. Often the reason that we procrastinate or avoid doing something challenging is that discomfort, that feeling of I don't want to do this, is so great. And the easiest way to actually bring that discomfort down is to make the thing that you need to do easier. Now, that's not always possible. It can be the type of situation where you need to have a conversation with someone, or you have a project and you have to do the entire thing. However, you do not need to sit down to accomplish the entire thing and build it up into something big in your mind that has anxiety and fear associated with it. What do I mean when I talk about not building things up? I mean, you start simple. Say you need to have a difficult conversation with your partner, okay? That's another thing that we'll typically avoid. You don't need to have the entire conversation right now. You can have a chunk of it. And maybe it turns into more of the conversation. Maybe you start talking and you realize my partner's actually receptive to talking about this. And it often can be something simple, like maybe you're frustrated that they didn't take out the trash or do the dishes, you know? And it's not that big of a conversation, but in your head, you've turned it into a conversation that's going to spiral out of control as soon as you start having it. You imagine them freaking out and getting upset with you. Maybe that's happened in the past, but in the moment when you're about to have that conversation, and you're avoiding it, maybe you're on your phone, maybe you're watching me. When you're feeling that urge to avoid, I want you to have a micro transaction, a micro interaction. I want you to do the smallest slice. That can be something as simple as going and giving your partner a hug and being like, hey, when you've got 30 seconds, let's chat real quick. I realize I haven't been doing a great job of ABC. Earlier today, XYZ happened, and let's both work on these things together. Is that cool with you? Boom. It's a tiny little thing. You're not accusing them. You're not attacking them. You're not guilt tripping them. Same thing goes for projects, okay? Sitting down to record a video. This is the tangible example because obviously I'm doing it right now. Now, I don't have to say to myself, I'm going to speak to the camera for 15 minutes and create this long, epic story and tale and remember every single thing I need to say. Instead, I say, there's 1 or 2 things that are really important for me to get out that I love to remember for myself. And so I want to document it and share it with you. And just starting to talk about those 2 things, it's usually enough. Sometimes it's only 1 thing. It's enough. It's enough for me to get started. Again, I said a micro chunk. So 1 thing is perfect. Let's say you've got homework to do. That means opening up your book and saying to yourself, I'm just going to read 1 page. I'm just going to do 1 problem. If it's an essay or a paper, I'm just gonna write 1 page and get going. Because every time you get going, the actual project, the thing gets easier. The insurmountable, I don't know where to start, I don't know where to begin goes away. And even if that first page of that essay is not very good, and maybe you get that first problem wrong, just by taking action, you've made it easier for yourself in the future. There's this inertia that happens within us. So give these 2 things a try. Please let me know how they go in the comments below. And if there's anything else you're struggling with, let me know. I'd love to talk. Have a good one. Bye.